Hey, overcomers. Today's message is why circumstances don't matter. So, before I get into the message, if you're new here, I want to welcome you to Be an Overcomer, where we inspire and empower people to live life by faith and to use the gift of imagination to create the life you deserve. Because, see, you are here to experience the life that you want. Whatever your dreams are, goals, your vision, whatever you want to achieve, you've been put on this earth so that you can fulfill that. So anyway, I just want to welcome you. Thank you for joining us. Today's message is why circumstances don't matter. You see, we have been taught, and this is like the programming from a young child, that seeing is believing. I'm sure you've heard that popular saying, seeing is believing. We've also been taught that sticks and stones may break my bones, but words will never hurt me, which is so untrue. Because we know that there was maybe something happened in childhood. Maybe you had a teacher, maybe you had a friend or a family member, someone who spoke a word over you years ago. And till this day, you still remember it. And it was a negative word. You know, you might have had a family member that said, oh, you'll never amount to anything. Or someone who might have spoke negatively over your dreams, or discouraged you from pursuing that thing that you wanted to pursue. And you still remember that in adulthood. So we know that our words have power, okay? And as conscious creators, as believers, and those that trust the word of God, but also the science portion of it is that our subconscious mind helps to create the reality and create the way we experience life. And so this is why, I don't know why this just came to me, that say people could come from the same family. Like you may have a sibling or something, and you could come from the same family, but yet your life experiences might be different, or the way you view the world might be different. Because the thing is, our experiences, like from childhood, everything we experience is stored in our subconscious mind. All of our beliefs, our assumptions, everything that we experience, whether it be good or bad. And the thing is, the subconscious mind does not differentiate between what was good or what's bad or what's fact or what's fiction. So when we start to become conscious creators, rather than living our life from a reactive standpoint, and we start to really understand that thoughts create, our words have power, and that we know that we can manifest things through our beliefs and just moving in faith and speaking in faith, and you start to see evidence of that, you no longer will live life in a reactive state, just thinking that, oh, life happens and this is how it's always going to be, okay? Because circumstances, I'm here to tell you that circumstances don't matter. Yes. And I want to tell you why circumstances don't matter. Why? Because you have the power to change any circumstance in your life. It is your God-given authority. All right. For those of us that believe the word of God, it says in the beginning was the word of God, but that God gave us dominion and authority over the situations in our life. Jesus said, greater works than this you shall do. Luke 10:19 says, behold, I have given you power over all the works of the enemy, and nothing shall by any means harm you. Nothing. So as believers, we have the power to create our life. And as conscious creators, we fully understand that our words and our thoughts create. So why circumstances don't matter is that when a circumstance pops up, something that arises that's contrary to what you're believing, you need to start to speak to that situation and think the opposite. So for example, you may be experiencing a financial challenge, and maybe you might be out of work. Maybe the bills are piling up, and maybe you're looking at your account, and at your bank account, it looks like it's in the negative. It looks like it's a deficit. You need to start to speak abundance, start to speak wealth. Too often, we keep speaking to the situation as it is, and we just keep prophesying and keep giving life to it. It's like fuel to a fire. We keep speaking in agreement with the negative thing, when we have the power to change any situation. I've seen it in my own life, okay? And this is why this message is why circumstances don't matter. Why? Because you have the power to think the opposite, to speak the opposite. And that is the key. And you don't let up until that thing changes. So no matter what the situation is, if it's like I said, money, you keep declaring every day, I'm a wealth magnet. I have more than enough. If it's a certain amount that you want to make, I make $20,000 a month. Every time I spend money, it comes back to me multiplied. I always have a surplus of abundance. I thrive in every season. No matter what is happening, I'm always thriving. I'm always a success. You speak over your life what you want. If it's health, you declare your healing. Do not come into agreement with the negative, okay? I want to give you like practical real life examples of why circumstances don't matter. So like over 10 years ago, I was going through a significant change, and it was painful. It was a painful situation. But I knew in that situation, the one thing I knew is that I didn't want my son to see me and his father in strife and stress and disagreement and arguing, because I understand that words create, thoughts create, and that would go into his subconscious, and that could essentially affect his self-esteem and how he views the world and how he, lives his life. So, and also, I'm a peaceful person. I want peace, okay? As a conscious creator, I need my mind to think. I need my mind to write. I need my mind to create music, just to be a mother, to live out my life's purpose, to live out my God-given purpose. I don't have time for that, so I need to be in peace. So anyway, in a situation that was quite stressful and filled with strife, I decided I wanted peace. One day, it's like I woke up and it's like a light bulb went off. It was like, I want peace. And even to this person, I kept speaking out loud because I understand words have power. I would say, I want peace. That's all I want. I want peace. I want peace. And I kept envisioning, even though this person was the complete opposite, and I used to have such fear and stress over the situation, I started envisioning it being peaceful, that him and I could be harmonious with one another, that him and I can actually have conversations and be cordial and relate to one another, even though the situation had changed, but yet we could still be at peace. The word says, be at peace with all men. That's scriptural, right? Because when you're at peace, things flow in your life, okay? There's an ebb and flow that you don't need to manipulate, but you can just manifest it and speak it and create. So anyway, long story short, that situation has changed. I also remember years ago, even way back when I started working years ago, and there was this coworker there, and other people had forewarned me about this coworker, and they said, this person, really not nice, negative, all these kind of things. And any interaction I would have with this person, it was negative. And I just kind of was like, wait a minute, but is it me? I'm not giving off, I would speak, say good morning. This person wouldn't even answer. So anyway, one day I just started saying like, you know what? I'm going to treat this person kind. No matter what and however this person responds to me, I am going to be kind to this person. And I decided that. And I would always just speak kindness and sow like kindness, because whatever we sow, you'll reap. So I would sow kindness and decided, just be loving to this person. I don't know what this person's situation was. Long story short, a person who would not even address me or speak to me, by the time they retired, this person was speaking to me, this person would address me, our interactions were very peaceful. I remember someone even asked me like how? This person talks to nobody. Why are they talking to you? Like, how is that? But I knew and I understand. See, we have the power to create and change any circumstances. And this is why circumstances, they don't matter. I don't care what they want to tell you. The world wants to program you so that you don't understand your power. So you live in fear and you live in doubt and you live in worry and you don't really reach your full potential in God. So they want to keep you asleep and dumb you down to that power. Okay? But circumstances, they don't matter. And I'll never forget, it was about a year ago. I was watching Sammy Ingram, and I'm sure some of you in the conscious community know that, conscious creators, and understand about words creating and thoughts creating, the science portion of it. And she talked about how circumstances don't matter because it's about changing your thoughts. Neville Goddard says, everyone is you pushed out. He also says that imagination creates reality and assumptions harden into facts. The great inventor, Albert Einstein, said that imagination is everything. It is the preview of life's coming attractions. Use your imagination to your benefit. Too often, we'll sit and stew on the negative. Okay, we have to flip that. You are here to live an abundant life, according to John 10:10. You are here to experience the best life possible. You're not here to live a life of strain, struggle, stress, and then up and die. No, we're here to live an abundant life. So I want to encourage you to go after every dream, every goal. And remember, circumstances don't matter. Start to flip the thought. You need to change your thinking, and then your life will change. Start to declare abundance. If it's money you need, start seeing yourself in abundance. If it's relationships, okay, you need harmony and peace in a relationship, speak that. Whatever it is that you want, start to speak it, think it, envision it, because it will come to pass. It will happen for you. So I hope you enjoyed this message today. If you did, like, share, comment, subscribe, and always be an overcomer.